Every year in February, people in the United States celebrate the achievements and history of African Americans as part of Black History Month. In 1915, in response to the lack of information on the accomplishments of Black people available to the public, historian Carter G. Woodson co-founded the Association for the Study of Negro Life and History. In 1926, the group declared the second week of February as Negro History Week to recognize the contributions of African Americans to U.S. history. Few people study Black history, and it wasn't included in textbooks prior to the creation of Negro History Week. This week was chosen because it includes the birthdays of both Frederick Douglass, someone who wanted to end the practice of enslaving people, and former U.S. President Abraham Lincoln. President Lincoln led the United States during the Civil War, which was primarily fought over the enslavement of Black people in the country. Many schools and leaders began recognizing the week after its creation. The week-long event officially became Black History Month in 1976 when U.S. President Gerald Ford extended the recognition to honor the too often neglected accomplishments of Black Americans in every area throughout our history. Black History Month has been celebrated in the United States every February since. Black History Month was created to focus attention on the contributions of African Americans to the United States. It honors all Black people from all periods of U.S. history, from the enslaved people first brought over from Africa in the early 17th century to African Americans living in the United States today. Among the notable figures often spotlighted during Black History Month are Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., who fought for equal rights for Blacks during the 1950s and 60s, Thurgood Marshall, the first African American justice appointed to the United States Supreme Court in 1967, Mae Jemison, who became the first female African American astronaut to travel to space in 1992, and Barack Obama, who was elected the first ever African American president of the United States in 2008. Since the first Negro History Week in 1926, other countries have joined the United States in celebrating Black people and their contribution to history and culture, including Canada, the United Kingdom, Germany, and the Netherlands. Today, Black History Month continues the discussion of Black people and their contributions through activities such as museum exhibits and film screenings, and by encouraging the study of achievements by African Americans year-round. As the singer James Brown has once said, "Some people say we got a lot of malice, some say it's a lot of nerve, but I say we won't quit moving until we get what we deserve. We've been buked and we've been scorned. We've been treated bad, talked about as sure as you're born. But just as sure as it takes two eyes to make a pair, brother and sister, we can't quit until we get our share. Say it loud, I'm Black and I'm proud." This has been your Black History Moment, and welcome to Celebrating Black History.